Hey guys, this is Alex the Maniac, my name is Ivan, and welcome to Star Citizen 2.1 Live. It's finally live on the Persistent Universe. Um, they put this patch out almost 2 days ago, but I wanted to put some footage together and I wanted to give you also some news with it. So this is gonna be a kind of mix of that. Wanted to show you some fun stuff again that you can enjoy in the background, some gameplay, some fun gameplay that happened, and you can see here three sites, actually a glaive and two sites, and this is how Port Olisar looks like when the Vanduul take over. Just had a lot of fun with it. I made this video on the PTU, it wasn't actually on the live. I played on the 2.1 live as well, but there were, I think, just one patch after this. When I played this, there was this was G, and then they updated the PTU with the H, and then they put it on the live server. I think it was something like that. But I want to give you like a little bit of informative video, and I'm still not as good as some people out there. There's really good YouTubers that make really like Board Gamer, for example, informative videos. He has like also weekly updates, and uh, he goes like in 5-6 minutes through a whole list of stuff that has been done, that the developers were doing, and then the developers in Austin or in the UK on what were they working on, or what were they working on, and all kinds of details. And I'm still not good with that fluent, going through all those. I'm starting to write stuff down and talk to you guys, but I just kind of guess I need practice. I need more practice, and then it's gonna come together a little bit better. I think I'm gonna get probably more relaxed, and it's then gonna sound a little bit better than constantly have to make these little breaks, and my brain trying to trick me and not want to let me remember words that I need at a particular point. So, but I still wanted to give you guys a fun video to watch and something informative that you can also get out of it, So on the 2.1 now live, we got 3 ships. Actually, the freelance, well, yeah, 3 ships on the live server. The freelancer was people were able to fly it, but it was on the PTU. So we got the Saber now. We got the Vanguard Warden, and we got the Freelancer, but the base model. So people that are having some other of the variants of the Freelancer won't be able to fly it. They will get the base model so they can fly that. The good thing about the Vanguard Warden is we can rent him now for rec on the Electronic Access for 25,000. It's not, well, it's not cheap. That's quite a lot arena commander that you have to do, and I know, trust me, I have only a Mustang Alpha, so all the ships that I need, like the one that I'm trying now, the Cutlass, to make that sequel for a Pirate's story, I need to get the wreck with the arena commander, and that can be a pain in the arse sometimes, because just today I played for an hour almost, and at the 18th wave it kind of crashed on me, and you get nothing. Like, you don't get any wreck if it crashes on you. So that's kind of hurtful, kind of you lose your will to live when it does something like that, But yeah, so, but it is good. I mean, it's possible to try it out. So I will try to get you guys some footage of the Warden and maybe Saber, and I'll find some ways, like with these sites and everything. Even if I have to forcefully borrow from someone, I will find a way to give you guys some footage of it, or to make some fun gameplay with it. So I got this site from Phobik, Phobik, just to make that, because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I just wanted to thank him. He was such a cool guy. He called the site for me, so I can try it out. He put it in the chat, and I immediately thought, like, this would be fun to make a video of it. And I went to fight some pirates, and boom! Oh man, immediately crashed into a pirate. But luckily Fobik is such a cool guy that when he saw me crying in the chat that I died and lost my sight, he asked me like, do you want me to call you another one? It's no problem. So yeah, he actually like called me aside again so I could fly, and this was such a cool scene. Like, I almost peed in my pants when he showed up. So big of it. This is a glaive. And this is where like we are started to accumulate more and more Bandul ships, you know, and made that scene at the end where you can see him on the other space station parked on the pads. They look kinda cool. So I went into the alien mode and started then playing an evil Vandul who goes around and kills humans. But yeah, let me just, while this footage goes, oh yeah, there is one more thing I just want to point it out, and you saw that surely if you played, or even if you didn't play, if you just watched some videos, it's kind of clear, but it still kind of blows my mind. I still get so, oh man, I don't know, so in awe by it, you know. I'm so in awe, just the fact that it's done like that. And that's what we were talking about, that they were working longer on the physics of the players, because they said like, you will be in the persistent universe with other players, you know, the physics of your player, that's what I meant, sorry. But you will be with other players, so in any given point you will be watching another player doing stuff. If he sits down to pilot a ship, you will be watching him and you will see everything that he does. So that kind of just physics that they did, that everything your character does has to be completely viable and done right, because like at most shooters, you know, arm pops up out of your chest and it presses something, but you have just that first person view, so you don't even see your whole character doing it, because if you watch it from the side it would look like, you know, awkward and stuff. So they had to do all that physics and stuff, that it all looks right when he does something. And you can see that when he drives the ship also, he moves those joysticks, he does all those movements. And what kind of blew my mind is when you watch it from outside, you can actually see then, well, you can see his arms now, you can see his, when I move left and right, but here, this is what I love. You can see the UI inside the ship changing the speeds now when I speed up and speed down. And what's even more amazing, I think, if I had some boogies on my radar right now, I could see it from the outside too. So I'm just praying that they do some kind of binoculars or some kind of cameras that have some huge zooms or something, and you can then just watch people, you know, from afar and see in their cockpits, and you can see their UI, what they're doing, you know, if you're changing some system setups, or you know, turning his power down on his ship, and you can see it from afar with I don't know, a pretty awesome binocular. So as I said, like, they have those ship variants with the camera, like for recording, I don't know, races or whatnot, and I hope those cameras will have some pretty awesome zooms or you know, stuff like that. And it's really like, I find these kind of small details every time I play. I find something new, and it's just, yeah. So here I tried, yeah, you can see the Connie, and I didn't want to be a dick. I kind of tried to poke him, like, come on, let's fight. You see, I'm a bad guy. You have to shoot me or whatnot. But he kind of just, I don't know what he was doing. I mean, he was in the ship, he was still flying, but. And this is another thing now we can see in the 2.1. See the details of the ship. Now, we had ships falling apart and stuff like that, but now you have these extra little animations and explosions. I love those, and you can really see it here really well. You can see this flying off and still sparkling, and those little circular movements, and here again, like, really freaking awesome. At one point I thought he exploded, but you can see here he actually managed to get away. And there was like 3 or 4 times that parts flew off him, and not only that they flew off, like that happened earlier as well, but you had now these little explosions and fires that were going off as well on those parts. And you know, it just makes me hyped for all kinds of details that's gonna come in, and what kind of different situations and fights that gonna create, you know, where ships start falling apart but still fly, and parts flying off or catching fire and whatnot. And pretty cool, yeah. So as I said, new stuff in the 2.1. As said, Saber, Vanguard, and Worm Freelancer. Friends list, for instance, that's pretty damn cool, and they said that was a priority. So you can now join with your friends in an instance. The only thing is you have to be on your friend, vote on your friends. So you have to add him, and he has to add you on the friends list so you can see him in the instance. If you just have him on the friends list, you won't see the instance that he's in. It's just something that they did to avoid griefing, I think, you know, that, you know, just somebody can't just add you to a friends list so we can track you down easier, you know. So you both have to add each other to the friends list so you can, but it works now. It definitely works. I had Akos yesterday and he actually joined and the server dropped, so yeah, didn't want to let us play together. But yeah, he told me, like, he saw me in the instance and joined in the instance. So here I wanted to come out and go down there, but when I saw that he's shooting my kind, I had to react. I had to do something. He's shooting at my boss. The glaive is actually a bigger ship than, and I actually wanted just to shoot the guy, and the Avenger exploded as well, so I started firing on both of them. But yeah, so the EVA system is not new. We were waiting for that. They said it's gonna be in the 2.1, but it's not. It's probably gonna come in the 2.2. They still work on some quirks and bugs on it. So they implemented, implement back the old system, put in the old system. The missiles now, you can lock only 2 missiles at a target, except of the Origin 325. He has a special targeting system that can actually fire all his rockets at once. So that's also kind of cool, you know. You can see that in the future probably gonna be able to upgrade your targeting system or something like that, you know, to have also that kind of features. Yeah, here I was looking for somebody to fight with me, but nope, just run away. I wanted to try this site out, you know. I wanted to see how it is in dogfight. It is pretty fast, and you have to get used to the maneuvering and everything. It moves so freaking fast. And yeah, I just then came back to look for the guy that ran into the station. You saw that the one guy died, but the other guy managed to escape. So I was kind of looking for him, and I couldn't find him, and I couldn't see him. And this was kind of funny. I laughed so hard when I saw him finally at the end. Yeah, you can see him down there, man. He was lying still, he didn't move, which is actually a pretty good tactic. I was so focused on looking around, you know, to see if he's flying somewhere, EVAing or something, that I totally ignored the pad, and that he's actually right there in front of me. So yeah, I actually yesterday managed to try out the turrets as well. I was in a Freelancer and went into turret of the Freelancer, and they actually updated that as well a bit. So now the cannon does move with the ship, which is a little bit better, because earlier you had like those in the Connie as well. Like when he turns the ship, the position where you were targeting, the guns stay on that position. So if he turns to the right, the guns would just stay on the position where you were last targeting your guns, which is even nastier if it just moves with the ship. So they just changed that, but it will continue to have changes, and they will tweak that, and you know, try to do it as better the more patches that come out. That kind of is for the, I won't go into the details of the other stuff that they all done. There are also a lot of bugs that were fixed, you know, and issues that were reported also by players, but also by their QA team and stuff like that. But you know, this is just the main stuff that kind of affects us all, and the basics that we can see right away in the gameplay. So the new ships and okay, the EVA system didn't actually change, so yeah, we'll have to wait on that. But a few new things that we can also look forward to is some cargo. That's like also they set a priority to enable us to have the cargo, you know, in any way. And they actually waiting for an object container system in the engine that has to be done, and that's gonna take a while till they do that whole thing, the functionality and everything. But they kind of managed now to make a simpler version just so we can have some kind of cargo in game. So the pirates that we are fighting now in this PU will actually drop them some cargo when we kill them, and we will be able to pick that cargo up and take it to the Astro Repay stations, where we can then just get money for it. So they want to add that because you'll get then also like looting, you know, waiting for other players maybe to kill the pirate and you swoop in and steal that, or maybe just pirating, you know, going after that player who picked up all the loot and then steal it from him, you know, just to add that dynamic so we have a little bit more options when we play here in the PU. And the other feature that is supposed to come pretty soon as well is the buy and sell, so the shopping, and they want to actually remove the electronic access that we have now, and all the shopping will go through in-game. So you will have to land down there on the Crusader planet in the Area 18, for example, and then buy stuff if it's clothes or if it's guns, you know, and even with you for your ship, if it's guns, shields, engines, whatnot for your ship. But everything that it's done through the PU, so you don't have to go to the site anymore, but just to use the and another thing, yeah, another cool feature, but that will be something that will come later, is the armor. And you know that we'll have like light, medium, heavy armor and stuff like that. But what they were mentioning is like, for example, when you have a heavy armor, it's a big armor, and it could easily be the case. That's not still confirmed, but it's probably gonna go in that direction. You won't be able to pilot your ship with it, you know, so you'll have to change into a pilot suit, or when you then land, you'll have to change into a heavy suit to go out and fight and, you know, have that dynamic, and that's gonna, you know, make it even more immersive in game. I kind of like all that, so it's kind of something really to look forward to. So yeah, that's it for this one. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of fun footage and a little bit of update what's, you know, new and what's coming and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all next time.